I believe trading is different from gambling.
Really?
Because gambling is based on chance.
Yeah.
Chance, anyone can do it. You know, I can wake up tomorrow and you give me two teams. You say, for example, you're giving me Arsenal and Manchester. I don't know anything about these teams, but based on my prediction, I can actually be able to predict right, and I'll be able to earn some money.
Yeah.
But trading is based on speculation. Speculation means you have to have some historical data.
This is a business. It's not just like you open an account and start playing a game. Someone is a professional not because of what they do, but because of how they conduct themselves.
Yes.
Right? So hello traders, welcome back to another episode of the Traders Show. I think this is the third episode of the year. So as promised, we're trying to make the shows as consistent as possible. And we want you to also learn from as many people in the industry as we can be able to get on the show. So luckily today we have a guest who I will give some time to introduce themselves. And we'll talk more about a lot that the guest has been doing. He's also been in the industry for a very, very long time. But unlike us, he has a very different perspective on the industry because he's on one wing of the industry. But you definitely have to understand the whole ecosystem. So today we're joined by one of the guests that we have worked with also for quite some time. So I'll give him some time to introduce themselves and then we'll jump into the show.
Thank you so much, Kenneth. Really just like to thank you and the entire Financial Hub fraternity for the good work that you are doing. So to the viewers, my name is Daniel Ogega. I'm the Senior Sales Manager at Pepperstone Markets. Pepperstone Markets is one of the leading brokers in Africa and the world. So the Kenyan office serves as the African hub.
Okay.
Where all traders from the African region can be able to onboard and open an account with us. But we have presence in countries like, in regions like LATAM, the Middle East, Australia.
And
yes, so we are quite a big broker. The mother company is in Australia.
Okay.
So personally, I've been in the financial industry for the past 6 years. My background is in economics and law.
Okay.
Yes, and it has really been an experience working in the financial sector and just understanding the financial need of various, people in the economy.
Okay.
And more so with the FX, which is a new thing. And you realize that Africa at large has a very large population of people who are unemployed, and Forex trading comes in as something that can actually give them an alternative income. So I'll say it is a more sought after industry, and I get to communicate with a lot of people who are looking for or learning how to trade Forex and be able to earn an extra income. So really quite a good job that you guys are doing.
Okay.
And I believe this session is going to be quite insightful to bring ideas and just information generally to traders on how to be able to start the process and be able to join these, world of traders that are earning, an extra dollar through Forex trading.
Yeah. That's good. So quite an intro there. Welcome to the show again. We're glad to have you. It's very rare for us to have people from the brokerage side. Often we have traders, we have guys who are probably in prop firms, but from the brokerage side, people mostly don't. I don't know why you guys are very reserved about doing shows, but we're glad that you're here. However, I want to start with one question that is a commonly asked question before we even get into your journey. And traders normally ask, how do brokers make money?
Okay, I'll approach this question from the regulatory perspective.
Okay.
According to the CMA regulation, we only have currently the non-dealing license, and most importantly, Pepperstone operates on non-dealing license.
Okay.
Even in the other jurisdictions. So that essentially means that we make money through spreads, which is the price difference between the bid and the ask price. And we also make money from commissions, from accounts where we do not charge spreads, like our razor accounts, which are very low cost. trading accounts. And also we make money through swaps. These are overnight charges. When you hold a trade overnight, there's some special charges that you incur. Then, all those three are how we make our money as a broker. Yep.
So for those traders who thought if you lose your money, the broker makes money, I think you're mistaken. That's a common problem I've seen most traders saying, the broker is the one who's benefiting when you lose money. And I think it was very important for you to shed light that, for example, non-dealing brokers don't make any money when traders either lose or make money. You guys make your money through the spreads, the commissions, and the swaps. I never even knew you make money from the swaps.
Yeah, quite a lot. I think being that I've worked in sales all through, I get such kind of comments a lot from traders.
From traders?
Yeah. And they'll actually come back to you and say, yesterday I lost my money in trading and all that, and I believe you guys made this money. I believe that is a misconception that we really have to write off, because CMA does not allow any broker to make money, to be a dealing broker, which means that a broker provides its own liquidity. So if we were to do so, then it will mean that when we are making money, our traders are losing money.
Yeah.
And that will mean that we will not act in the trader's best interest. But being that we are a non-dealing broker, then we are always acting in the trader's best interest in making sure that they make profitable trades at the end of the day. And that's why we have to partner with guys like you who offer education to make sure that before a trader comes to us, they have a very strong educational basis. Because for me, I look at trading not just as an activity that someone can just get in and out. It's an investment, and it's an investment that requires you to really learn on how to do analysis, on how the world economies are performing, on how geopolitical landscape is shaping up, and amongst many other things. So I would like to encourage most traders who are looking forward to really maybe advance their skill or maybe come into this new frontier to really put much emphasis on education, because you realize even the guys you're talking about that come and say that I've lost money because it has gone to the broker, simply because at some point in time, they did not have a very concrete educational background, or maybe they did not manage their trading psychology, which comes in form of risk. So to me, I think education is really, really important. And if we can have many brokers coming out and letting people know how trading works, having people like you who partner with brokers to offer education, to really be good, because the general feeling out there is that trading is like gambling, where you just come open a trade, close it, you just play around with the platform, and you realize people come with such mentality together with their get rich quick mentality, and then they lose money.
The moment you've all been waiting for is finally here. We've partnered with Pepperstone, one of the world's leading Forex brokers, my personal best, to bring you an exclusive opportunity. And trust us, you won't want to miss out on this. We're giving you the chance to learn Forex for free at Financial Hub, but there's a little twist to it. All you need to do is find your Pepperstone account, and boom, you're all in. Deposit $100 and get access to our basic course, perfect for beginners. Or deposit $250 and get access to our exclusive course that is best for advanced traders. Why is this huge? Because you get to learn while you earn. Trade the real money and get real experience. And also you get lifetime access. Once you're in, you're in. Sign up for our Pepperstone Forex account using the link below. Deposit your $100 for the basic course and $250 for the advanced course. Send us proof and get instant access to your course. So you're ready to level up? Click the link in our bio and get started.
Being someone coming from an economic background, I believe trading is different from gambling.
Very.
Because gambling is based on chance. Chance, anyone can do it. I can wake up tomorrow and you give me two teams. You say, for example, you're giving me Arsenal and Manchester. I don't know anything about these teams, but based on my prediction, I can actually be able to predict right, and I'll be able to earn some money.
Yeah.
But trading is based on speculation. Speculation means you have to have some historical data. You have to actually look at the world in a 360 dimension and be able to make a very well-reasoned decision on why you are taking a certain investment decision. And that is what most traders actually lack. And I believe forums like this will be able to really open that information to them, so that we end up having a trader who is informed. And personally believe that knowledge is power. So if we empower them with knowledge, then we end up with traders who are much profitable.
Very good, very good. Well laid out. I think all the way from most people coming into the market with the idea of gambling and getting rich quick. And I think this is one of the biggest problems. Actually, there was someone I was listening to, and he said, the biggest problem in trading is somehow it attracts people who have the wrong mindset around it. Like people who want to get rich quick are the ones who are likely attracted to trading.
Yes.
And the people who do well in trading are the ones who understand that it's not a get rich quick.
Exactly. I'll say that is the case because if you are really patient enough to learn, to go through the education process, and then also you are patient enough to really understand that this is not an overnight riches thing. Because you'll ask somebody, if you are to open today a business, let's say, for example, you open a pharmacy to sell drugs, or you want to open a hotel to sell people food. You open it at a cost of, let's say, 100,000 Kenyan shillings. And then you ask them, what is your projected return on investment on this business? No one will ever give you a return on investment on the business more than 10%. But on trading, someone comes with the same amount of money, and then overnight, they're looking forward to double this account. It doesn't work that way. Because for me, I would like to make traders understand that trading is a form of investment. Just like any other investment. You know, what people like Warren Buffett are doing, George Soros are doing in the New York Stock Exchange, is what most traders are doing here in Kenya, but through the CFD pipeline.
Definitely.
Yes, so if you look at those big traders do their kind of business, they take a lot of time investing, first of all, in analysis. And then from analysis, then it flows to risk management. And risk management is in terms of how much are you looking forward to get out of your investment. So, and most of good traders do not go beyond 10%. And actually for me, if you had to ask me then, if you can get 3% for any sets of trades that you open in a day or in a week, then that's good, because you look at what banks are offering right now in terms of interest in a year. Most of them cannot give you more than, I believe, 10% in a year.
7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9, thereabout. And those are good banks. But for trading, you tell a trader, just open trades and make sure you take home 3%. By which, if you trade, let's say, like even 10 days in a month, that is equal to 30% return on investment on a month, on a month-to-month basis. Most of them will be like, no, I think it's a bit slow and all that. But no bank can give you that.
None.
No bank can give you that. So I think that is something that need also to be encouraged among traders. That first, it is not a get rich quick scheme. Second, it's an investment, not gambling. And with that, then you really have to concentrate more on risk management. That will be my take.
So I think that's a very, very good introduction of what, from a broker's perspective, many people would think that you guys don't have the data or the information on how trading really works. Or someone would assume that, a broker is like a salesperson generally. But now the minute you interact with someone like you, you realize that you guys have better information on how traders actually lose money, and those people who make money, and the different traits that these people tend to portray, or the different behaviors that these people will tend to have. Because you find that the guys who make money definitely are the guys who are patient. They're the guys who have invested in education. Like, it's someone who's seasoned. Just a new person who comes along and, they start making money. But often you'll find guys depositing $100, $200, $300, and they expect that, because I've deposited $300, and I actually see it in how people are eager to deposit money. Like sometimes a trader might tell me, Ken, I'm interested in opening this account. Please share with me the link. I share with them the link. They open the account. If it takes you more than an hour to verify that account, this trader is so impatient.
Yes.
And the minute I just noticed that, I'm like, wow, I really wonder when you get the account, how patient you will be to wait for the right setup to come along. Because if waiting for verification is such a challenge, you can imagine now when you have that buy and sell button on your hands, there's a very high chance you'll make mistakes from the beginning all the way to the end. So I think that's a very, very valid point. But let's go back to when you joined the FX industry. What drew you in and how did you get started in this industry?
I joined the FX industry with the first broker that got regulated here in Kenya. That is like 7 years ago.
Okay.
Yes, and I happened to know friends who are in the FX industry. But at that time also, I had just finished my education a couple of years back. And yes, just like any other Kenyan youth, I was looking at a way of making, income, either through employment or trading. So lucky enough, I was able to get introduced to trading. That's how I landed my first job with the broker. From there, I was able to just grow in sales and also assist with education, because you realize that at that moment in time, most of the traders that were coming on board were people who had zero knowledge about trading. We had just gotten first broker ever in Kenya being regulated. So people were coming, some could think that this is all about giving loans and all that. So you had to take a client from the very, very beginner journey all the way to a point where they'll be able to understand the platforms and be able to understand on how to open a trade, close a trade, know the terminologies, what's a lot size, what is a volume, what is this and that, what is a swap, and all those nitty-gritty that come with trading. So I will say, in essence, I have been in the Kenyan trading industry from the inception up to this juncture where now we have other brokers coming on board. And currently I could say we have actually also institutional traders in the country. And we also have the pro traders, people who can trade on a professional, on a pro level.
That's nice. So you've seen the whole evolution. Just give a snippet of how that evolution has been from like when you joined all the way to right now, how the industry has evolved.
I believe when we started on, the very beginning, most traders were really focusing on how to get money quickly, like we said. Yes, but with time, you realize we have Forex academies like yourself. However, on the client side, you realize that most clients or most traders will wait until they lose in the market before they enroll for education. Or maybe before they come to a broker and tell them, I do not know about trading. Kindly teach me about trading. And that can speak for itself through the social media, a cliche. Hype that, Forex is a scam and all that. It is not a scam. It is because people come and they just want to trade because they have seen a friend of them trading and withdrawing a huge sum of money from a broker. And before they know it, they lose their money. Yes, but the real process will have been, you come first, you try to understand where this new venture is coming from, and then you learn on how to get into it, you get the sufficient information, then you are good to go. So you realize when we started, most people could come in, lose money. The ones who are a bit smart will actually go back to the drawing board and accept themselves and go back to learning. And then from learning, then they will move on to start trading, and they will become actually profitable and quite consistent based on knowledge. Yes, and also I'll say, looking at traders from the experience that I've had, we have two types of winning traders. One is the one that you mentioned, those ones who come with a very, very careful mindset. They want to trade, they'll shop around for Forex Trading Academy, or they'll come directly to the broker and ask the broker, do you offer education? Yes or no? We offer education. Can you send me the materials? I learn about trading by myself. They go to YouTube and learn. They podcasts like these and all that. Some, you may realize we have some who will be interested, but they don't have the time to learn. They'll ask whether you have a solution like copy trading, the one that we offer currently under Pelican or C Copy. Yes, you'll be able to direct them to copy trading, and somebody who is quite qualified, maybe from Europe, Middle East, or any other part of the world.
They'll decide.
Yes, with a proven track record, will be able to take their money and be able to manage for them at a fee, or maybe they split the profits. Yes, those are one side of successful traders, people who are really, really interested in information.
Yeah.
Then we have the unlucky but successful traders. These are people who have learned through baptism by fire. So you realize someone has come into the market. They have blown like 10 accounts. And then they go back to the drawing board. Now they say,
enough
is enough. I have to make it now. So they start, striking out the mistakes that they've been making.
Yeah.
You realize they say, I've been impatient with the trades. Now this time round, I'm going to be quite patient. I'll be waiting for my take profit to be hit before I exit. Or maybe I'll be waiting for a stop loss to be hit before I get out of the market. So to me, I think if Kenyans will understand that patience is really key, and then information is really what drives the markets.
Up and down.
Then yes, then I will really, really be saving a lot in terms of the losing rate that traders encounter, and we will actually not be dealing with this notion that Forex is a scam.
Yeah.
Yes, so what I've learned from there is that in the beginning, we had a lot of people like those who would come and lose, and then they give up and they just churn out. But with time, I've seen people now coming back and investing more time on learning. And the more people learn, the more profitable traders become. And from there, I've been able to see from this pool of people who will come and lose money and disappear, I've seen a very sizable number of traders
coming back.
Yes, growing and becoming a big number of traders who are quite profitable and consistent in the market. Yeah, I believe when you guys started as well, it was not quite as easy.
For us, it was baptism by fire.
Yes, exactly. So you realize you have to start from somewhere, and then from there you are able to grow through the steps and become something in trading.
Yeah.
I believe currently, with the current trading environment and the industry at large, you don't need to get baptized by fire before you can be able to know that this is the way to go and this is how to trade. You can easily sign up for classes in a school like yours, or you can easily come to the broker. If you don't have the money to sign up, of course, for classes, you can go to the broker, try and see what you can get in terms of education. You can also easily get solutions like copy trading, rather than maybe struggling and burning your accounts and giving up.
In the pros.
You can easily just get into copy trading, or you come learn, sacrifice your time, 2 months, you are good at it, go start trading with a very, very well calibrated, risk management strategy. And also, I remember when we started, at that time, most people will come, and that's why I always believe that Kenyans have a gambling mentality, of which trading is a totally different thing from gambling. Yes, where someone will come with $10, they put a trade, and what they do not know is that with $10, the moment you open a trade, we have what we call the required margin. That is the mandatory money you should have to open a specific size of a trade. Yes, it is taken off the account. So they remain with what we call the free margin. So you realize if you're trading with a very small amount of money and your free margin is quite little, whenever the market will tend to move against you, you are done.
You're done.
Yeah, your account, you'll just come to, there's nothing to salvage.
Exactly.
So most of them at that time when you are beginning will come and do like $10, $50 and all that. But with time, I will say most traders are understanding that other than strategy and risk management, the amount of money you're trading with really matters. Critical. Yes, and that is why most brokers, they'll tell you, if you want to be at least profitable, in this industry, at least start with $200. For us, that is our bare minimum. You know, if you have to start at the bare minimum, at least $200.
Okay.
But if you are looking at something big, for me, I would say a range from $1,000 to $10,000. That is really good. Yeah, because I'll go back to the opening remarks that I made. If you are to open, let's say even a boutique or a hotel or a pharmacy,
You wouldn't do it with $10.
you wouldn't do it with $10. You'll want to start maybe with like $5,000 and above. Yes, and when you look at the returns, maybe at this pharmacy, you're looking forward to be getting maybe a profit of $1,000 in a month. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what will make you imagine that now with trading, you are going to do, let's say, 10% of what you will have started a pharmacy with and get nearly the same amount in returns. So that is what I ask people. And I always emphasize that trading is an investment, just like any other.
Okay.
If you were today buy shares in Safaricom, I don't think they'll give you as much as the shares, the CFD shares that we give. Maybe Tesla, maybe Facebook.
Don't
Meta
have as
and all
much
that.
volatility.
Yeah. So, but you realize with Safaricom shares, someone is willing to throw away their $50,000. But you're given good shares from Meta, shares that have very, very good liquidity. In fact, you can make up to even 10% in returns in a week and all that.
Yeah.
But they'll tell you, I only want to start with $200 or $100. And then you're like...
Now you're making the mistake.
Yes, this is like a blank check, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one, these shares have a guarantee of moving. Comparatively, the risk, how I look at it, the risk is not, is almost the same because on this other side, you also have the liquidity risk.
Definitely.
Yes, in as much as you have the risk of the price fluctuation with these other share market, at the end of the day, there's risk on both sides.
Risk is always there.
Yes, risk is always there.
Yeah.
I always hear people say even, you waking up and getting out is risk.
Definitely.
So to me, I think we have quite a great opportunity, but not unless we change our mindset and how we approach Forex. Not unless we start looking at it as an investment and not as a gambling platform where any Tom, Dick and Harry can come in and throw in their $10, $5 and walk away, then we may not start seeing very profitable big traders, making some good profits. I'm talking about 100,000, in terms of profit in a month and all that.
Yeah.
So not unless we change our perspective and look at it that way, then we still have a long way to go. But lucky enough, we have guys like you giving out information. It's good that brokers also like Pepperstone are coming out now, giving traders this kind of information and all that.
Yeah.
Just talking about risk management, talking about the correct amount of money to start with, how to do it and all that. I believe that will really, really get us a long step towards, achieving a community of traders that are quite profitable and consistent in the market.
Definitely.
Yes.
So the Traders Show just got bigger and better. We're thrilled to announce that Pepperstone is now the official sponsor of the Traders Show. This means we shall have more content for you guys. We shall have bigger guests coming into the show, and we shall be able to reach a wider audience. Pepperstone is a world-leading Forex broker that offers you a chance to trade different markets, including CFDs, currencies, commodities, and indices. To start off, you can open an account with them using the links in the description below. I think I like a couple of things from what you've said. I'm also learning, or at least I'm repeating some lessons, because learning is about repetition by the end of the day.
Yes.
One, I like how you're saying, this is a business. Just like you'd open a kiosk, just like you'd open a real estate company, just like you'd open a technology company.
Yes.
This is a business. It's not just like you open an account and start playing a game. Someone is a professional not because of what they do, but because of how they conduct themselves.
Yes.
Right? You are defined as a professional because of, we know Ogega is a professional because there's a code of conduct that you carry that someone who's not a professional does not carry.
100%. And yeah.
Just continue.
Oh, yeah. So, and actually, the point you're bringing on board is a very, very important point when it comes to trading, because your progress in the market is actually a reflection of who you are
As a
person. Yes.
Definitely.
If you are someone who is impatient in life, definitely you're not going to be a good trader. Unless you work on your impatience, you'll not be a good trader, because it means you'll be opening trades, and before even the market turn into your direction, you're already fidgeting on how to close this trade and move out of the market.
Definitely.
If you're a person who is aroused to anger easily, then you'll not be a good trader. Why? Because, trading is both ways. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you gain. You just have to make sure that your winning rate is higher than your losing rate.
Yeah.
But if you are someone who gets agitated whenever you lose, you'll always go back into the market. With what intention? To punish the market. And that is where the market gets you, because you are getting there with the notion that this market has taken my money away, so I'm going back to really retaliate and make thrice as much. But the important question you've not asked yourself is that, have you done a market analysis to get into this position? Have you looked at all the factors? Are you aware maybe in the next 1 hour some very high volatility news is coming? So you get in there because of anger and emotions, not because there's an opportunity. And that's how you lose. Also, if you're a greedy person in life, then it will work against you.
If you want everything very quickly.
Yes, and I've had so many stories of traders where a trader was really, really quite in the green, and everything looked rosy, and they looked at life and they're like, this time round, I've really made it. I'm going to get the best car in the market. I'm going to buy an apartment. I'm going to go to for a trip in Maldives and all that. And at that point, actually as a broker, we will actually, encourage you to make something out of these markets, buy yourself even lunch, just to appreciate your winning trades and all that. But it seems in most cases, traders have an otherwise opinion on how to deal with this money.
Yeah.
So most traders will always be greedy in a way that they leave this money to accrue, hoping that it will double. Or even sometimes they leave the trade. They don't want to touch the trade. They leave the trade to go overnight. They want to close it or do anything about the trade. And before you know it, they'll be giving you a call and be telling you, Daniel, you remember the trade where we were in $10,000 in profits?
Yeah.
It is all done and dusted. So you wonder, why did you lose this trade? And it was just a clear, market where you really have made some good money. You realize that greed kicked in, because instead of taking your profit at $10,000, you thought that maybe by tomorrow morning it would be at $20,000.
Or more.
And that is greed. Yes, that is what most people do not understand. That failure to close a trade at the right exit is also an example of greed.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you realize a trader comes, they open a trade, it goes, let's say, into a profit of $100, and then greed sets in. He goes and doubles the lot size, or maybe he opens other positions without doing an independent risk management and just the general technical analysis. And then you realize things go south.
Very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So again, very many points there. Just to unpack some, I like the idea on losing. And I was actually going through a very beautiful concept on losing. I'm currently reading a book called What I Learned Losing $1 Million, which is a story of a trader who came in, went through that cycle that you're talking about, did well, got greedy, and lost all the money. So he made $1 million in a period of like 3 years, but he lost it in 75 days.
Yeah.
And he says the thing he learned was, if he had opened a kiosk and you're selling fruits, he would expect at some point that, there's this basket of fruits which went bad.
Yes.
If you're selling shoes, there's a batch that you'll bring that won't do so well. It just didn't blend with the market.
It won't fit everyone.
Yeah. So the sales are not as good as another shoe that you probably brought.
Yeah.
But he said when you come to the market, people personalize the losses.
Yep.
Instead of viewing them as just a cost of business, they personalize it. They just want to make it like, I lost because I didn't follow this, or I didn't do that, or it was just a loss. If you just look at a loss as this is a cost to business. If you're in any business, there are costs. Even for Pepperstone, you guys have costs. You'll hire people, you'll have your your operations, you'll do all that. Same to us, same to any other business. But when somehow, I don't know why, but it's because of what you're saying. From the beginning, this person does not view trading as a business. It does not, even the growth rate that people have. Like, for example, I always tell traders, if you've come in and you're starting to trade, this year just aim to, let's say, set a monetary target. I like setting targets. Like,
exactly.
Just tell someone, this year you're starting out, you're not good at this yet. Your goal, first of all, is avoid losing money.
Yes.
If you can close the year with you at break even, it's perfect. If you think about opening a business, and if your first year you broke even, you're better off than most businesses, because most businesses in the first years, they lose money. Then the following year, you can say, I want to make 20%. Make your 20%.
Yes.
The next year, just say, I want to retain the 20%, but double my capital.
Exactly.
You'll have doubled your income.
Yep.
You get? But you'll find that traders, someone deposits $2,000, they want to make the $2,000, $4,000 in a span of weeks. And if you ask them, if you had opened a shop, would you want to sell everything you stocked in?
Yeah.
You yourself will even be surprised. Wow, I was able to sell all that. It wouldn't come as a normal thing. Okay?
Yes.
So I think the mindset really needs to change, and traders really need to realize that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme, like you've said.
Yes, and also you've talked about a very, very important concept of, personalizing, trading and just making it run for you like a business. Like this child you're nurturing from the very early stage, from, crawling, walking and all that, until they're independent. Yeah, I tend to find that most traders, rather, do not really accept liability whenever they make mistake. And that becomes their greatest downfall. Yeah, because you realize whenever a trader loses a trade or blows an account, they'll be like, no, there was something wrong with the broker spread. I believe
They don't want to say it's me.
Yes, they don't have to say it is me. Probably yes, this and this happened, or this and that.
Or
some,
Trump
yeah, some will even say, I was trading and my child took my phone. They thought that MT4 was, some kind of a game. They open trade, so they don't accept that. Yes, I've lost, and I lost because I was greedy, or I lost because I was a bit rash in making my decisions and all that. And to be honest, I think whenever I speak to a trader on phone and they're like, Daniel, I had taken a break from trading, which is really good, by the way, because as a broker, we actually encourage you, if you're on a losing streak,
take a break.
Take a break, go back on the drawing board, look at yourself, understand what could be the problem with my strategy. Is it my problem, or is it a problem with the markets? And then figure out how you want to move forward. Come back, and your chances of being successful will actually be more than 80%. So you realize, without acceptance, most traders would love to shift the blame. And then once they shift the blame, they are quite in a rush again to come back and attack the market. So you realize someone deposits $10, they do not acknowledge that their margin level is the one working against them.
Exactly.
So they lose it, they come again with $10, they lose it, they come back. It's like now they are fighting the market.
It's like a cycle.
It's a cycle, yeah. So they get into a cycle, they get trapped into that cycle. And then you look at them and you're like, come on. If cumulatively you've done with us $2,000 or $5,000, and I see it is in the sum of $20 each deposit, individual deposit, and you end up blowing it. If you'll accept that your margin is not working and just either compound this amount of money, because brokers allow you to deposit. If you deposit today $20 without trading, tomorrow $20, at the end of the month, if you've done 20 days, say, of deposits, you have $400, a good amount to start from. Yes, so if you tell them, if you'll have come to us with a cumulative amount of $1,000, I believe it will have given you a higher chance or probability of being profitable in the market, because with a big amount of money, it means your risk level will have gone down. An example I always try to give them is of two traders, one trading with $1,000, another one with $10,000. The trader trading with $1,000, for him to make an equal amount of profit with the one making, let's say, $10,000, or trading with $10,000, For example, if the $10,000 client is only looking at 1% in terms of returns, that is $100.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and if this other trader using $1,000 was to make an equal amount of profit, he'll have to trade 10 times more. Yeah, than this other one. So if you tell somebody like that, if they are quite smart, they'll actually consider coming either with a big deposit and do it once, or maybe even compound their deposits and be able to start with a good, with a good capital.
Yeah.
Also, it could be your strategy. And in most cases, when I hear a trader coming back and telling me, Daniel, I realized that my strategy was not good. I did this and this, and I realized this was what was working against me. However, I'm willing to come back and start afresh now based on this and this and that. I really always appreciate that trader because I understand this is someone who has come to a level of maturity.
Yeah.
Who does not blame people for his own downfall and mistakes.
Yeah.
Because they are appreciating, they are on a learning curve. And you realize those are the traders who take a very short time to become pro traders and become consistently profitable.
Because they're always learning.
Yes, because they have learned if they are doing a bigger lot size and opening many trades, they'll reduce that so that they do not overtrade. And if they are closing their trades prematurely, maybe they'll get in stop loss, take profit, so that they are off, the market, the system is doing it for them. Or maybe if they were just getting into the market because of the euphoria we have in the market, then they'll go back to doing proper analysis. By the way, traders, I think traders in the trading industry is where you will always get every kind of information. And I can tell you for a fact, no trader will ever tell you that at some point they lose money. Because every trader you meet is a pro trader.
Yeah.
And they are making big money. Yes, and no one is actually making a loss here and there. So if you enter the market depending on what other traders are telling you to take, then the chances are that you may actually end up making a bad decision.
Yeah.
But of course, we have the sentiment part of analysis in the market. We have the technical, the fundamental, and then the sentiment where you can get from your friends, the experts, and all that. But you should not solely base your analysis on what other people say. And to me, sometimes I tell people it is good to block away the noise. Once you've done your analysis and you're confident with your strategy,
Go with
go with it. Block out the noises and all that, and the euphoria in the market, and see how it works out for you. If it doesn't work for you, go back to the drawing board and then restructure and then revamp and come back and then do your trading.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think I like a couple of things that you said. So I'm going back to some of the things that you had previously said. And one of the things I want us to talk about is copy trading. There's this guy who will probably come into the market and realize, with this trading thing, it's not really for me. Like these graphs, this backtesting, this psychology, this performance, I'm not really interested. But this person is interested in also making some money from the markets. They've seen there's an opportunity there. They've probably sat down, analyzed, and seen, okay, probably it's not for me, but if I can get someone who's good at it and I give them my money, then I can also be able to make some money. Like I normally receive a lot of calls from people in line with the same thing.
Yes.
So I want us to just go into like the copy trading, because I've seen even your billboards around Westlands here in Lavington. There are a couple of billboards which you guys have of, copy trading by Pepperstone. I think it's actually a new wave that has come along. It wasn't there for quite some time. Yep. So I'd like for you to talk to us about, what is copy trading? How is your copy trading structured? And for someone who's interested in copy trading, how can they start out using your Pepperstone platform?
Yeah, I would say I came to know about copy trading around 2020. I had heard about it, of course, when I started working in the Forex industry, but I had never given it a try until 2020. And when I gave it my first shot, it was really, really good. It was quite profitable. In fact, for us guys, we tripled our accounts in less than a month. Yes, it was really, really wonderful.
Okay.
And of course, world over, copy trading is very, very famous because it works to serve those people who have money and they cannot afford maybe to have time to invest in education, or even trade by themselves. And yes, Africa is no different, because we have a famous saying that says that in Africa, people who have money do not know how to trade. But people who do not have the money
know how to trade.
So it's just a matter of doing an exchange.
Yeah,
and then you get money into the right hands, and then you are home cool and dry.
Yeah.
Because you realize, and that is what exactly copy trading does. Because with our copy trading, you get introduced to a pool of professional traders with a proven track record.
Okay.
You can actually click on every individual traders and see how much they've been able to make in a year, in 6 months, in 3 years, and see how they've been performing. One, based on the return on investment. That is where everyone is interested in, because there is where the money is.
Yeah.
And then the other side now, the drawdown, which means the losses, because there's no trader who is 100% on the profits.
Yeah.
But for you, as someone who looks forward to copy trades from others, the only due diligence you need to make is to make sure that the person I'm copying trades from at least has a winning rate of above 60% and a drawdown of no more than 16%. The losses should never go beyond 16%. Then you are good. Now, being that we offer a variety of copiers, for example, we have the C copy, we have the Pelican, which is really huge. So we offer you with a variety, because with having 2 copiers, for example, it comes with a big number of signal providers. So you are not limited on what you could choose. So you go into the platform, it's very easy to go about it. You go into the platform, you create your profile, you go to your Pepperstone portal on the website, which is a different platform. You create an account, you enable it for copy trading, you go back, you qualify these signal providers based on what I've just explained, return on investment and drawdown.
Yeah.
And then you link it, and then you're good to go. So long as you have enough funds, then it will work out perfectly for you. Again, we just go back to the point that we discussed. With copy trading, it is also good, but I will encourage most traders to have a sizable amount of money.
See, $10 then.
Yes, if I'm copying from Kenneth and Kenneth is trading with $10,000, if I want a perfect result for copy trading, why can't I also match up the amount of money? So that if Kenneth is closing his positions, a single position with $100, why can't I also close with the same amount of money? Because I'm prorating my trades to 100% or 1-to-1 ratio. So that is something good, because you realize some... yes, they are copy trading from a good signal provider, but because you're copying trades with $200, when your guy is closing the trades with $200 on a single trade, you're only closing with $2 or $20. So to me, I think it will really serve you good if you can get almost an equal amount of money, or even just half of it of what the signal provider is using. Yeah, so that at the end of the day, you end up being as profitable as the person you're copying trades from.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. So quite a description also. So you guys have heard. If you're interested, you can go to the Pelican, see copy, check out Pepperstone. You'll see traders. Then you'll be able to choose which one to invest in, and then you can do the whole process of opening an account and depositing. Now, recently we got into a partnership, Financial Hub and Pepperstone, and I wanted to inquire at least, or for you to explain to people, because you guys are willing to solve one major problem that Africans have, which is education. So you guys have decided you're willing to pay for people for them to get educated, for them to get the right proper knowledge. So why are you guys so interested in doing that? And for the person who's at home and is wondering why Pepperstone would choose that route, how will you be able to explain to them that this is why we're doing this?
Yeah, so I think it's really, really quite an interesting partnership. It is a partnership that we've been looking forward to for years. But before I answer you that, I really just want to give a rejoinder on copy trading. I think I missed out something very important, which I can just give in a second. So about copy trading, when you look at the return on investment, we have very, very fantastic ROIs for most of the traders. Some have up to 3,000%. And just to give them maybe a Kenyan example, we have a client who came, I'll not mention the name, who came and did like $1,000 with us. And in 3 weeks, the client had made an ROI of around 10% on the investment. Looking at what banks offer, I don't think there's a bank that can give you such an ROI. And these are very low risk trading. So I believe whoever is watching this, whoever is going to come across this, if you have the funds, you are looking forward to trade, but you don't have the time to do the learning and all that, then copy trading will be an option for you. But if you also have time to trade, which means that you'll have control of your trading, then this partnership would really be quite great for you.
Okay.
Yes. So now going on the partnership, I believe as a broker, when you look at Pepperstone, we have a culture of doing things. You'll never see Pepperstone promoting the culture of get rich quickly through Forex trading and all that. Or maybe siding with those influencers we see on Instagram, TikTok, flaunting big cars, big mansions and all that. It's because as a broker, we understand that trading, it takes a lot of effort in learning, in strategizing, and also just getting the right finances for you to be successful in trading. But the very, very basic element of a successful trader is education. Like I mentioned earlier, knowledge is power. And therefore, it has been always amongst our key, cornerstones that we should deal with traders who understand the markets really well. If you look at the clientele that Pepperstone focuses on mostly are switchers. By switchers, I mean someone who has already been introduced to the market. At least they understand how to place a trade, how to close a trade. Then from there, we only need to advance their education, and then we put them at the right level of being able to explore the markets and be able to be profitable and consistent in the market. And even in matters of risk, to be able to manage the risk to their desired risk appetite. Because everyone who is looking to make money is also willing to lose a certain amount of money. It only depends how much they are willing to lose. So with education, you can be able to get people to such a level where they'll be able to just understand everything and be able to know how much money they're looking at in the market based on knowledge. And also, if they were to risk, how much are they going to risk? So to us, education is really, really key. And in most cases, I've dealt with clients who come on board and they will really insist on trading by themselves. And if they don't have education, we'll be like, no, just go back. You may have to stay in the demo for quite a while so that you learn the skill and then come back to us. Because we are a non-dealing broker. We do not make money by people losing. Then it is all now, because we make money through charging you the spread and the commission and the swaps, then it is in our best interest that you understand what you're doing. Because I can tell you, if you come to our platforms and you're opening trades and losing and you go away, then it means we have lost a customer. Yes, because our aim or our business with you is only to offer you a platform and make sure at the end of the day we charge you the cost of using the platform. So education is really, really key to us. So the reason why we're sponsoring this and we want you guys to partner with us for the long term is because you will help us also, empower our clients to understand the markets well. And a profitable trader is a trader who is going to trade long term. And as they trade long term, I'm sure they'll be making profits here and there and paying us our commissions and our swaps and all that. So it becomes a win-win situation for both the broker and the client.
Very good.
That is the basis of the contract.
Hey guys, we're taking Forex education to the next level. Join us every week for live exclusive webinars where we break down market insights and trends, fundamental analysis, market sentiment, pro strategies that we use here at Financial Hub, and live Q&A sessions with us. Whether you're a seasoned trader or a beginner, this is an opportunity for you to learn, grow, and trade smarter, all free, thanks to Pepperstone. Next session drops soon. Stay tuned and don't miss out.
I think from our side, the thing we liked the most about the partnership was, for once, someone had a chance to learn how to trade using trading. In that, you not only got education, you also got the capital to do it. Because, again, trading is like riding a bicycle.
Yes.
Or learning how to drive. You do it best when you're doing it. You see, so instead of you coming to us and, having to pay us and all that, put that money in your account.
Absolutely.
Get the education. After you've gone through the course, start trading based on the principles that you've learned through the course. Now start implementing them to your account. And you'll find that the learning experience will be totally, totally different from the guy who'd come to us, but then they'll tell us, no, I don't have money now to start trading. And we'd be like, okay, you've gathered the right principles.
Yes.
But again, you have not cemented those principles, because let's say if you come learn from us and then you take another full year without trading, by the time you're coming back to trading, you've even forgotten the principles.
Oh, yes,
absolutely. So it's like now you're again starting again. You need to go back again, get educated, then start trading. So the minute you fuse the two, whereby you go through a course, you learn a strategy, you learn how to implement it, and then using some little money, you start implementing those strategies.
Yes.
The learning becomes more interactive, it's more engaging,
Absolutely.
and definitely you cement the lessons more.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is what we are looking at. You realize that the entire African continent, when you look at Forex, Forex has come in as a lifesaver in terms of how the economic situation is
here in Africa.
Youth unemployment and all that.
Yeah.
And even for those who are employed, everyone is always looking for a way to earn an extra income, because you realize, like the situations we have in Kenya, the taxes are really, really quite a bit high.
Yeah.
And so people really want to bridge that gap and be able to make an extra coin to sustain their lifestyle and the way life has been for them before the changes and all that. So you realize people are really hungry to understand these new ways like Forex and just investing in fintech and all that. However, we've had scenarios where people give out their monies because they don't know how to trade. They get conned, and if they get maybe education, you realize people are paying even as much as $1,000 to get learning, to learn Forex.
Yeah.
But they don't get access. You're paying someone who is sitting in a certain county or a certain country. You don't even meet. You are having this education online, and they're not even giving you value for your money. Most of those people who masquerade online as Forex trainers and Forex academies, you may find that most of them do not even have the facilities that you guys have here.
Yeah.
When I first walked into your office, I was really, really surprised, because it's a fully fledged office, set up with the tools and all that, and even like the studio we are having now and all that. So you realize that guys like you are actually really few. And for us as a broker, if we can get people like you who can offer value to the book of clients that we have, or maybe our will-be clients, then we have no any other reason that can stop us from sending them to you, making sure that whenever they come to you, they have this free education from your side based on the partnership.
Yeah.
And then the money that they will have paid you guys, or the capital they will have invested in FX in totality, they can be able to use it as a starting capital. And like you said, yes, I've come across traders who have learned how to trade over a period of, let's say, like even 6 months, a year or so. But because they never had the capital, then there's a disconnect. Because it's like learning how to ride a bike, like you said.
Yeah.
You learn it, you are ready to kick into the market, and then you don't have the capital, then when you get the capital, you may be forced to go back to square one.
Again.
So I think this one is going to be a very, very great opportunity for anyone out there who is looking to learn how to trade Forex, and you have the money to learn. I would like actually to urge them that they should come to Financial Hub. Based on the partnership that they have with Pepperstone, they will be able to get learning for free, and then that money that they had set aside for learning purposes,
they use it for trading.
Yeah, they can put it in the trading account and be able to trade after they learn how to trade. So I don't know. I believe the kind of structure that is there, maybe someone could be asking, can I just come and then pay the money later, put the money later into the account? I believe based on the partnership is that the money that you have first of all to deposit into your trading account.
Yeah.
and then from there you will
You
not
not
trade.
get-
Because for us, we don't block your account,
Yeah.
even if you will not trade for a year.
Yeah.
And then you go back to class.
Yeah.
Learn, understand, ask questions,
Then
get
implement.
guidance and mentorship, and then embark on trading. And I believe you will increase your chances of making good trades at the end of the day.
Very, very good. Yeah. So that's generally how it works. I think you've had the whole idea of what we are trying to do. And I'm really looking forward to see how this will work out. Because if you do research, you'll see that this was the model that was used in Asia back in the early 2000s when, trading was also quite new in Asia. And if you look at the Asian markets now, go to Singapore, China, and these other places, Malaysia, Cyprus, these places have really developed in terms of the FX industry.
Yeah.
And I think those are the guys also who are coming now to Africa with the idea that, over the next decade, again, this could be the next hub of traders where people can really, come off, develop professional traders, and just build a whole industry. Because I tend to believe that anyone who says trading is a scam should just ask themselves this question. If trading is a scam, how come people in the US, how come people in other places are making money off this? And why is it not a scam in those places? Because if it was a scam, it wouldn't be a scam only here. It would be a scam also for people in the US, for people in Dubai, for people in... You wouldn't find any person who tells you, I'm a futures trader, I'm a currencies trader. You wouldn't find any person because purely all of them would be a scam. But again, if you go to a place where this is a new thing and people are still developing, people are still learning, the majority of the people you'll meet are the people who are not even willing to put in the time,
Yes.
but are using it as a sale gimmick, so to try and dupe people of money.
Yes.
But I believe that, just like you've said, because I've also seen the progression, over time, we're getting lesser and lesser and lesser people who are doing that, and we're getting more and more and more people who are becoming experienced. And I'm really also optimistic. I just want to see, how will things evolve? Because most ideas, when they come out fast, if you look at crypto, let's say right now, even in the US, most people think it's not a very good thing. But over time, it's starting to gain attraction to the point whereby
Exactly.
you find that even big banks, are interested in doing it. Governments are interested in doing it. But if you started back in 2010 and, you went to the US, people will still say this Bitcoin thing, it's not really the right thing.
And true to it, actually, I've met so many, personally, through the course of my career, I've met so many young people who have a lot of money. In fact, who have made a lot of money from Forex. This is not to mean that we have no losses.
Exactly.
But it's for you to know how to minimize the losses, like you said, and maximize on the profits.
Exactly.
I've met young people who earn as much as $10,000 in a month. In fact, there's one who was telling me he withdrew like $11,000 and he received a call from the bank. He had to go there physically and show them, this is what I do, this is how the money comes in, and then this is how I withdrew the $11,000.
Yeah.
So, like you say, it is a new thing, but most people are a bit hesitant, which, with life, you have to go with the spirit of times.
Yeah.
And there's also always an advantage when you are among the first people to do something. For example, like someone who bought a Bitcoin back in 2010. Right now, one Bitcoin is worth almost
10 million.
10 million Kenyan shillings. So you realize that while people were skeptical at that time, I know of a friend who was told, and at that time Bitcoin was selling at around 200,000 Kenyan shillings, and she was telling me, if I knew that time, today I'll be owning an apartment in a leafy suburb, somewhere in the leafy suburb.
I would just put, because she had that money.
Yes, yes, and also people who say that Forex is a scam. I'll also just like to confirm that as a broker, I deal with so many traders. I see traders' statements on a daily basis. I can see the good traders who talk about risk management, traders who are of a balanced, intellect and conscience, and people who reason out their strategies and, risk management, making profits consistently. I have had traders even who triple their accounts over their trading lifetime with us. So it is a matter of understanding who you are, understand your strength and also your weaknesses, and finding the balance and how to move from that. You mentioned about Asia, and there's an interesting story about women of Japan. It happened that a while ago in Japan, we had a lot of housewives staying at home, women. Just like we have here in Kenya, many women staying at home and young people also jobless staying at home.
Yeah.
So men will give these women money for upkeep, but over time, they realized that women were getting richer and richer and buying property, and their income was growing. Upon investigation, they found out that these women had learned about trading as they were staying at home, and it was in the advent of computers and all that.
Yeah.
Someone had sold them an idea about trading. So because they have a lot of time, they could invest most of their time into trading. And the little money that the husbands could give them to spend at home for upkeep, they will put that money into trading and trade and gain some profit. Yes, and it's all of a sudden became a boom over Japan. And women now, these little to do stay-at-home women are now becoming good traders and, making some good money and all that.
Yeah.
So it took attention of the entire nation to realize that these women, in as much as they were stay-at-home moms, they had learned something that was really making them money. And they were not making it in any other venture other than Forex trading. So to me, I think anyone can do Forex. And in fact, I always tell people that if you always feel like for one reason or another, your level of education is not good, and or maybe your understanding rate is not good, then Forex is good for you. Because Forex just needs someone who is disciplined. Yes, I've come across so many people who are not educated, but the moment they come and you teach them one strategy, for example, like using moving averages to get in and to be your entry trigger, or maybe using the candlesticks patterns to be your entry trigger, and they follow that single rule and they have enough money, you realize that they are consistently able to trade and make a profit out of the market, devoid of the greed, devoid of the pressure of the big time terminologies that most traders will want to flaunt on the social media and all that.
Yeah.
So anyone can do Forex. It is not a scam, but you need to be organized. You need consistency. You need some kind of mentorship like what you are doing here, and then you'll be able to get on the right track.
Yep. So I think as we finalize, I'd just love to ask one final question, which is, what advice would you have for? I know you've already said this very many times, but I just want you to sum up with telling, the young trader out there, because I believe there are many traders out there who are just trying to really find a path, or trying to really see if they can make this their full-time job or their career.
Yes.
So what advice would you have for that person who's trying to really turn this into something that they can consistently do and rely on to make a living?
Thank you very much. I would like to tell them that Rome was not built in one day. So therefore, they have to be consistent in what they do. And that is in finding knowledge about trading. Yes, let them burn the midnight oil in finding knowledge. I always say that every day we learn something new. I may be a trader of 5-6 years. You may be a trader of 15 years. But there's something new you learn in the market that will work.
Definitely.
So be open-minded, be consistent, put in the work, and it will bear fruit. Number 2, once you are able to do all that and you are ready to start trading, you have your trading strategy, you have your risk management strategy, you have your money in your pocket. It is very, very good to look at where you're going to invest your money. We have so many people who have lost money by giving it to the wrong persons, wrong brokers, and wrong platforms. You don't just dump your money anywhere because you've been promised some rosy returns and good platforms and all that.
Yeah.
I would really like them to look at what a broker offers, low spreads, the cost of trading generally. What does a broker offer you? And like I always tell people, it is Pepperstone that came into the market with the concept of zero spreads. So a broker like that would really be quite an ideal broker for someone who is looking forward to get into the market. Another thing, you look at the reliability of the platforms. Yes, what does the broker offer? If I place my money here, will I be able to open trades even during the times of volatility? I understand we have brokers where you cannot be able to execute a trade during volatility.
Yeah.
And
or the spreads widen.
The spreads widen during that particular time, and you can barely do anything with them. So you end up wasting your good strategy.
Yeah.
Another thing is just the value, the entire, value of the broker itself. If you are, I have a good trader, a friend of mine who always asks me, if I were to trade and make $3 million, will Pepperstone pay? And I'm always like, absolutely, you'll be paid the next morning.
Definitely.
You'll come collect your check.
Yeah.
So you look at such kind of things, because we also have brokers where you can invest your money, trade and make some good profit, and
The
then
liquidity
your
is not
problems,
there.
the liquidity is not there to pay your profits. So generally, having a good strategy, right mindset, being consistent, and eventually finding the best broker to walk this journey of trading with you would really, really be important. And above all, having mentors like Financial Hub, because in the course of trading, you will always sometimes meet the rainy days where you're on a losing streak and you really want to reconfigure and come back to profitable trading.
Yeah.
Now there is where people like you come on board. And yes, I'll always advise that take a break, go to your broker if the broker offers the support like Pepperstone does, or go to people like Kenneth, Financial Hub, and they will be able to just share their journeys with you, and you may be able to figure out what you're not doing right, and be able to just get you back on track.
Definitely. So you've heard it, guys, from the horse's mouth. We've talked a lot. If you're taking notes, I'm sure you already have an education, or at least an interesting path to what you need to really get educated on how really markets work. Daniel, thanks a lot for coming along. We look forward to working with you guys long term. And we hope that out of this, we'll be able to develop many, many traders. People will say years later that, we started with that program and it was very, very helpful for us, because by the end of the day, what we're really trying to do is to develop traders, people who can at least understand markets from a professional perspective, someone who, when given capital, this person has unrealistic demands, you say no, and you stick to the right principles, because by the end of the day, in the long term, it's the right principles that will always win. In the short term, you might win doing the wrong thing, but in the long term, you need to pay attention and to do the right thing. So with that said, guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Stay woke, stay financially literate.